What is up, Toasties? Hi, how you guys doing? Haven't talked to you guys 3 days. Man, I think this is like the longest you've been for a while not doing shows. Like, last time I was like this, what, like in February, I think?
I think so, man. Damn,
Yeah.
it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Missed you guys.
No, but yeah, 3 days. It's been a while, but we are back. We are here. Everything's cool in the world, except for, shootings and all that good shit that we're not going to be talking about because... and I'm saying that now because I don't want people to come in here and be like, hey, so what do you think about this? I don't think about it. That's what I do. I don't think about it. It's fucking...
We're right back to normal.
Yeah, essentially, right? Isn't that fucking crazy? That's our normal right now. It's just people getting shot and people getting killed and all this crazy shit.
Nature's healing.
Yeah, I guess so. But Space Cowboy, what's up, dude? What's up, Tommy? How you doing? We're over there hanging out last night in the after hours and whatnot. We'll probably talk about
I gotta
something
get back to after hours. I miss you fucking guys.
Yeah, is your Discord still fucked up or what?
No, it's not my Discord. I had to train the puppy. I gotta get him on my schedule. That's it.
Oh, okay. No, dude, Discord's messing up for me last night. Usually I make fun of you saying like bullshit. It's
how
working.
bad?
But yeah, my shit's freezing up last night. It was pissing me the fuck off. When are we gonna have an alternative to that? Because Zoom, I don't think is enough.
No, my fucking phone's going off like a machine gun.
Yeah, I know, right? Bzz, bzz, bzz. What the
Mute
fuck?
your notifications.
I like how that's still a thing after we did that like back in like 2017 and shit. Like we're still talking about that. But yes, mute your notifications. Black Knight, what's up, dude? He says I'm alive. Hello, good. I'm glad you're alive. Birdman Allen, he's not a guy on the show right now. I'm just gonna act like he's a different user.
Not at all.
But no, Alan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, and that's it.
I'm doing A-okay.
Yeah, guys. No, but the thing is, though, Jet's in here too. Jet, how are you doing? Huh? Huh? But yeah, how's it going?
Alrighty then.
All right, well, that's wonderful. We all have, mental issues in this call, and it's wonderful. All
the dog.
All dogs have mental issues. I strongly feel that. I feel like dogs are just like another version of humans that just don't have the whole like brain thing going on. You know what I mean?
They're smart. I wouldn't say like they're humans, but they're intelligent creatures, no less.
I don't know. Until they learn how to speak English, I think that let's stop with the compliments. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, huh? Yeah,
No.
exactly. But
You're just wrong about dogs now too.
it would be really funny though if like we had enough of an audience for people like that are really into dogs or pets in general, like watched us and they say some shit like that. You know what? I'm not watching this again. Talking shit about dogs. They're way smarter than humans. It's like no, they can't speak English.
I mean, some dogs are smarter than some people I know.
Okay, that actually does make sense. I agree with that, especially in this community.
Like my dog. Like my dog, Willow's stupid, ugly, possum-looking ass.
Oh, you stop talking shit about that dog.
I will talk shit about that dog, that manipulative fucking dog who waits until I literally leave. She jumps on the fucking desk and takes my food, knowing that when I'm not in there to use the bathroom. Fuck that dog.
I don't know. That's kind of smart to me.
It does
No,
actually.
I think
She knows food, huh?
she's smart as fuck, and that's why I don't like her ass.
But yo, Gene saying 4 days without my TCA dose. I know, man, but no, we're back here. Hopefully, we just get you a nice little injection right there in the butt cheek. You know what I mean? I've heard that the butt cheek when you get shot in it, it actually is the most potent area for any kind of medicinal purposes.
Yeah, it'll fuck you up. Don't do that shit though, kids.
No, but like for real though, is that true, Alan? I mean, you know this line of work.
When it comes to drugs and injection, talk to the other guy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, dude, I thought Alan's on crack. Like, what's
He's
going
not
on
a medical doctor. He's just a scientist.
That's Jet. By the way, I want to point out my science is all like micro and shit. I don't deal with drugs and all that other stuff.
Wow,
Fucking
so
He's
that's
not
not
a
the
doctor. You're asking the worst person
Yes,
possible.
my dick.
Yeah, thank you, Alan. I was gonna earn my way up to that part of the joke, but I'm glad we fast forwarded.
Yeah.
You fucking asshole. he's just being a dick because he knows I was gonna make fun of him. That's all. But
yeah.
But Ganja, okay. Fucking Dr. Smith over here. Is that true? The butt cheek's the best one.
It's not the butt cheeks. Essentially, butt cheeks can be used for certain drugs, but actual like anal suppositories, it's been known to hit people harder because there's less of a blood barrier break. Your anus is essentially an open wound.
Mm-hmm.
So once it gets attacked with that, it just shoots into your bloodstream. That's why a lot of kids were overdosing on alcohol when they were trying to do those infused tampons.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't remember that was a big hype thing in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what a wonderful time
Lawless
to be
wasteland.
alive. Yeah. Kirk got like I like how fucking simple.
Oh,
Put beer in your ass. Just pour beer in
No.
your ass. Like, it's so simple.
Just no.
Jade is saying when I got shot in the ass, I could barely walk. But like, was it like a gunshot or was it Tylenol or whatever the fuck?
Tylenol shot? You mean like just the vaccine?
By the way, they should do that. I think. Imagine
No.
if Nike, no, for real. Like, think about like Tylenol PM, but it was a needle, and you get kids to like be knowledgeable of it very quickly.
Be junkies.
That too,
Nick, if you just said liquid Tylenol, you would have had a point. But the fact that you stuck on the needle was like, no.
Well, I didn't know what else to say about it. That's all I really know.
You brought up NyQuil. NyQuil's liquid. You almost had a point.
That's how all wonderful things on this show happen. We start off somewhere, we have a point, and then we just, dive right into craziness. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, couple of reviews today. Probably just gonna be shooting the shit and talking everything like that too, just hanging out and everything. Very casual show. Usually, I'd go all over the place and share the link everywhere. But I'm gonna be honest, guys. This is kind of like me getting rid of the rust. I wish I would have had time to do a show earlier today because right now there's like nerves and like me being sleepy and me like just kind of like getting reused to this. I don't want to take any more days off because like I feel weird.
Fuck relaxing.
No, but do you?
That feels like I just got right back on the horse. Just like talk bullshit, interact with chat, make $1.75 an episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
really?
no, but
We make money.
We make money, but
shit.
I will say though, we make money, but the $1.75 is him not only being like extra like nice saying that we make that much, but also too that's considering what's going straight to me. If we split amongst us, it's more like 35 cents each.
Not bad.
I'll kill you taking my 75.
I'm sorry.
No, but hey, that's Canadian, so I get like.
I'll buy you some gum or something.
Thank you for not telling them I get the actual 100.
100.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I mean, after a few months, no, we've had that happen. A few months, we've had like $100 months and whatnot. But I mean, that'll be like.
Where the fuck was I?
No, you've been here during that.
Twerked.
Yeah, your ass actually.
Yeah,
brought
I
us a lot of
still
money.
want 90% of that.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll definitely give you that. 9%. You'll be watching.
Yeah, that's all recording. So when I bring this up in our court hearing,
right now, Alan, this is
Yes,
fine.
somebody clip that. Somebody clip that shit
Alan.
so that I can use it to sue him.
Look at me, honey. Look at me. Look at me. This is volunteer work until he pays that Alienware off.
Well, that too. Yeah, absolutely. But then also too.
90% of air. Fuck you, Kirk.
No, that's 90% of error. See, you're wrong. No, the thing is though, is like, yeah, I do want to get to a situation where that's why the descriptions are such a big thing. But I also want to do this thing too, where it's like, okay, I'll pay you the money, Alan, but the money is going to be in actually me spending it on an item for you, which that item would probably be a Blu-ray copy of Teen Titans Go to the Movies, something like that, and then you got to watch the movie. So it still serves me at the end of the day.
No.
Oh, I love being a dick, guys. Gene says, I got you guys in the near. Oh, I got you guys in the future. Oh, nice, thank you. That'd be fucking awesome, and you've done so much for us already, dude. So I really appreciate that. And speaking of that too, guys. So it hasn't come up on the chat right now, but that commercial is gonna be hitting you guys soon. So I'm sorry that happens, but if you guys subscribe to us through your Twitch Prime, which is free, or by the $5 whatever the fuck, I don't know how much it costs. You guys can do that, and it'll be fun. It'll be some good stuff, and you don't have to have the commercial fuck up the whole flow of everything. What's up there, Roxy? Roxy's over there in chat saying, "Hey everybody, man, to hell in this check." My God, too. By the way,
Still here.
so many things going on with her and her job. When she comes back either tomorrow or the next day, she can explain that to you guys. Because, boy, oh boy, I would not want to be Roxy right now. But moving on from all that, man, Alan, you ready to get nerdy? Just a little bit, nerdy.
Of course. You know me.
Of course. So I still didn't get to watch episode 4 of the Falcon and Winter Soldier because I'm gonna be honest. Your review pretty much told me this is not gonna be something I'm gonna like. And on top of that too, I'm just kind of getting sick of this shit. I want it to end. I'm tired. I'm bored. I do not like this. We get into this episode, and right away, man, I gotta say I was happy as shit to see some action. Fucking they didn't show it right there. I thought it was going to, but Sam just fucking up the other Captain America. I thought that was cool shit. But can you explain to me exactly why, just out of nowhere, John Walker is such a bad guy? Because it seems a little quick, in my opinion.
Actually, I really liked how they did it because you said, did you see episode 4? Okay, that's why. That's
but even
so
this
okay.
one episode, that's kind of crazy too. Like he changes in one episode. Like what the fuck?
Well, basically, so I'm gonna spoil episode 4, episode 5. Episode 4, they basically figure out that there's still a bunch of this super soldier serum running around, and they ended up most of it got destroyed. John Walker picks one up. Now you don't know whether or not he takes it right away, but he has a conversation with his buddy, like, "Oh, well, hey, I would take it. Fuck yeah, super soldier would be the coolest thing in the world." So you're not really sure if he ever takes it. But then later on through the episode, they get separated, and then you see, Captain America, John Walker. He's kicking ass, he's punching through walls and shit. Like, oh, he took it, and you see him kind of twitching a little bit. Like, oh, okay, he took it, and now it's starting to affect him. They get into a fight, and everything starts going good. One of the, I guess, bad guys punches his buddy Battlestar and kills him.
Damn. Okay,
Guy
I didn't
dies.
know about that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, and then that point where he's like, "What the fuck?" Like, my friend's dead. Like, he's mourning him, loses his shit, starts chasing one of them down. It was the main leader, the girl that killed Battlestar, but he just finds one of the random lackeys and starts fucking murdering him with the shield, like repeatedly, blood on the shield and everything. And at that point, we're like, okay, and that point, it's like, okay, he's gone full bad. And if you remember back, and it's probably hard for a lot of people, but the first Avenger, the serum basically amplifies whatever you were. So if you're good, you become great. If you're not so great, you become way worse. So it's not like he just changed out of nowhere. It's like he was becoming way more aggressive because that's kind of the person he was. He was always clout chasing. He's always trying to be the best. And that pride turns him into someone uncontrollable. So when he loses his buddy, he's like, I'm going to murder that motherfucker, because of course you would. Yeah, anybody would have that anger. But because he has this power, he can't control himself as much as he used to. So that's when the episode starts going, look, man, we've fought people before. We've had to do stuff. What you did was fucking crossing the line. We're taking back that shield. And then they have that really, really.
And that's what I respond to. You drop a whole continent on another continent?
That was mostly Tony Stark.
Okay, well, I was to say, I'm still confused.
They were there.
They didn't want to. They legitimately didn't want to, but it's like they also evacuated everybody.
So I guess that makes sense then. I mean, because of that super soldier serum, whatever the fuck. Which, man, can we just call it the Triple S? Like, that's what fucking wrestling does. It's like, hey, just
Triple
call it
S.
Some shit. It's like super.
We also fucking Triple H. Let's rename it Triple H.
Yeah, there we go. No, because it's just like that. That's a lot of like superhero.
You could just call it the soldier serum or super soldiers. Like, they don't really do the whole thing. But like Kirk's saying, he's been kind of you basically almost seen from episode 2 where it's like he's not a bad person. He's aggressive. He's a soldier, but like he basically at the end of the day he wants to prove himself, and that whole ambition of him trying to be the legacy. Basically, not necessarily he doesn't become Homelander. Like, I was just gonna murder everyone because haha. He's more just like
building.
Pretty much. He's trying so much to be Captain America that he kind of forgets what it is to be Steve Rogers. And that's where he turns, quote unquote, he doesn't turn bad, but he turns darker.
Yeah, and that's one thing I liked about this, because when I got into the episode, I was like, man, this actually was something that I feel like they could have put 4 and 5 together and just have it like start off after the fight, and then eventually reveal that these guys were being a fuck of each other. Because for me, it was very cool to see them like just tired, bloodied, already went through the shit, and then when they move on after the fight, it's like they kind of start off with the climax here. And then episode 5, like, starting off at the climax, I think that, like, everything afterwards seemed to be, it would have been boring if put anywhere before a fight. But because we're coming down from such a good beginning of the episode, it was like, oh, I'm curious to see, like, what's going to happen with John Walker going to court and seeing, like, what he was capable of and killing that other guy in the last episode and all this other shit. Yeah. I'm like, this is kind of interesting. They actually did a really good courtroom scene where John Walker loses his shit while he's on the podium, just being like, "No, you gotta listen to me. I'm Captain America, motherfucker. God fucking."
And if you tone that down by 15%, he's a patriot. But the super soldier serum makes him, even more nuts, so he looks like a crazy person. This is probably one of my favorite episodes outside episode 1 because you had the action, which is good, but you also had the characters. You go through and you're dealing with each of the individual characters. And you're getting a lot of backstory into this world, something I feel like we did not get the last couple of episodes, where you're delving into this kind of world and what happens on the ground force. What if you're not Iron Man? Iron Man, as soon as he finishes the mission, he goes home to his mansion. Cool. What if you're just the smaller adventure? What if you literally have to go back and deal with a boat or deal with your family or deal with the consequences of your action? Like, I really enjoyed that. And again, they're continuing.
Like a friend, like plowing your sister and shit.
I gave him the eyes. Yeah, he gave her the eyes. But at the end of it, it's like, yeah, even just dealing with Sam. Like, honestly, this could have been the end of the series, and I probably would have been happy. Like, I know they want to do one or two more episodes where they do some more big stuff. But I'm like, yeah, John Walker wasn't fit to it. Being Captain America is not easy. Even with the super soldier serum, you can't be the man that held the shield. There's a lot of fucked up stuff that the U.S. government still does in the past. and Sam is just gonna retire on the fucking boat. It's like this could have been the end of the series, like in training Rocky style to fucking pick up the mantle, but they could have ended it here, and I would have been happy.
Yeah, and one thing I want to talk about quite a bit actually is Zaya. So remember when I was complaining a little bit about the last episode? That was like I think it was episode 2, maybe episode 1, where they show him and he's like, "Yeah, I used to be like a soldier, and they fucking tortured me basically, and just to give Steve Rogers his whole fucking thing, whatever." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool, but like you guys are doing surface level shit, and I'm not hearing a whole lot about." What black people went through way back in the day or anything like that. So don't even touch on these things. But it gets to a point where Sam talks to Zaya. I forgot his last name. Do you remember at all?
Oh no, they call him Isaiah a bunch of times. I'm not sure if they gave a last name or if I missed it.
Yeah, or no, Isaiah Bradley. That's what it is, Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah,
but no. So they talk to him, and it starts off where I think Sam is almost talking from the perspective of maybe us, who might be getting sick of hearing about this shit. Where he's like, "Hey, I want to hear that old black man shit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to talk to you about something." And he's like, "No, you need to understand. I've been through a ton of shit. You motherfucker, And he's telling his thing. I'm like, I gotta tell you, dude, this was one of the best scenes in the entire show. Yeah. I love this guy.
This is what I wanted from the series, where it's like, look, the Falcon walks in, and he walks in almost like an audience member, where it's like you don't really understand how bad it can be. So you're seeing a situation like, look, man, I just want to ignore that shit. I'm just trying to do my thing, right? And it's like, no. You need to understand what the fuck's going on. You need to understand why people like me exist. And at the end of it, to me, this is very similar to in Civil War, where it's like, the whole world's telling you one thing, and you have to make a choice. Right now, it's like the world's telling Sam a bunch of things right now. Like, you should be Captain America. And one guy goes, what the fuck's wrong with you? America's the worst place in the world. Why the fuck would you defend it? And everyone's giving him all these messages, and he doesn't know what to do. He's listening to all of these people, and it's like all of them are right and all of them are wrong. It's like, yeah, America did a lot of stupid, fucked up things, but it's like you're also still a part of it. Like, you can't necessarily just run away from it. You have to also defend your country. So it's like, how do you justify defending your country when your country did so much fucked up things? And it's a choice that the character has to make. And he eventually realizes that the legacy of Captain America isn't just, even though it says Captain America, isn't just one country. It's a legacy. It's a person. So he's going to stand up to be for Steve Rogers versus the idea of America.
Now, does this do you feel like there's people that might be affected by watching this episode saying like, man, I don't really like Captain America anymore, or not as much, or maybe I don't like Steve Rogers as much because of some backstory with this character, as well as this might be a pretty interesting story, and we're getting none of it except for until now. So it's like
I don't think people are going to like Captain America any less, because the one thing I actually even did like about Captain America is, as much as he was, he had the name and all, people were showing all sorts of memes side by side where it's like every time John Walker came in, he introduced himself as Captain America. But every time, Steve Rogers came in, he's like, I'm Steve Rogers. Because at the end of the day, Captain America is the name they put onto him. He himself, he's like, I'm Steve Rogers. I'm just a kid from the Bronx. Like, I'm just Brooklyn. I keep forgetting where the fuck he's from. I know that fucks up. But he basically just says, no, I'm just a kid. Like, I'm just a dude. Especially when he talks to Spider-Man in Civil War. It's like, hey, where are you from? Oh, Queens. Oh, where I'm from as well. So that's where it's like Captain America's legacy is more of what Steve Rogers stood for. And he stood for, it's like, hey, giving people a choice, being hope for them. So I don't think people are going to like
Steve Rogers is a stand-in for the idealized America, what it could be.
What it could be, and almost what it should be. Whereas the new Captain America is essentially what it is now.
What that should be doing now.
Colonizing, enforcing your power, using a symbol, even though literally the definition of America is a flag covered in blood.
Basically.
Like that is America.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I'm very shocked by that, but I also feel like I'm glad that the show was able to kind of go there or whatever, because I didn't think it was going to. When people were talking about that with the trailer, like, oh, it's going to talk about some.
I was hoping it was going to go there, like legitimately, and do it well, because there are shows I'm watching. We're like, oh, we're going to talk about Black Matters and do it so poorly that it's offensive. Where this, I'm like, no, I cannot believe Disney let him do this. Like, straight up, I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm shocked that he did it too, but at the same time, not too shocked, because I mean, they're even doing little things like borrowing from Black Panther, like Yeah. I don't think that they did a lot with the character in episode 4, the girl that was from Black Panther, Ryu, I think her name is. And then they had all 3 girls kind of go get a Zemo in this episode, and I don't think they had dialogue. Like, they're in an important scene. They're taking Zemo to Wakanda and putting him in some kind of like Wakandan jail or whatever, and they don't even talk. And I'm like, guys, like, just because you have them in there doesn't mean you get like points. Like, hey, we had these characters in. It's like, no, they didn't say nothing.
Well, I think it's a show that the universe is like, hey, we didn't forget Wakanda exists. Because that was one of the problems the movies had is, oh, hey, we're watching, whatever Marvel movie. By the way, these worlds exist. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. This is like, oh, yeah, by the way, we're doing our own thing. By the way, Wakanda's still doing his thing. They're still pissed this dude's out. We're going to basically take him up because guess what? We've been establishing this for like 4 episodes. So it made sense that they picked it up. I'm curious, like, is it just a new suit they gave him or is it something specific? Because they hit that for a reason. I'm like, huh. If it's just a new suit, that doesn't seem like a reason. And he's basically his comic book countertype anyway. So I'm really curious what they gave him. Probably a vibranium version of a suit. It just feels weird that they hit it for so long.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, it's like, I like that they're addition because guess what? Wakanda exists. They're not going to sit there and be like, hey, guys, it's now the Winter Soldier, Falcon, and Wakanda show. Like, you got to do it a little bit to make sure you don't overpower it.
Last thing to say about this episode before we get into ratings, but me personally, dude, when I look at it, I also think, like, yeah, I don't like how this character, who's so villainous now because of the super soldier serum, is now able to make his own shield. Maybe I stopped paying attention at a certain point, and that's totally my fault if I did. But how the fuck does he know how to make that goddamn shield out of?
Oh no, he didn't. Captain America's shield is just a vibranium piece of circle. It's a circle that's made out of vibranium with spray painted on. This guy just got a bunch of random metal from a garage. That thing is not gonna be like. It might be able to block a couple bullets, but it's not the same kind of thing. It's not gonna be the exact same kind of shield. I don't know why people were making a big deal about it. He just made it basically a ghetto version of it. It's going to be very, it's not going to bounce off as well. It's probably going to cut people's heads off and shit. Because that thing looks fucking brutal.
Yeah, it looks brutal, but I'm just thinking, like, this is going to be a very short, silly fight when he does try to go after Sam or anybody. It will look funny, and it should be funny, and he should not be a threat. But if he is a threat, then boy, oh boy, let's just fucking shit on anything Marvel-wise, because that makes no goddamn sense.
Well, no, because he still has a super serum. He still has a serum within him. That shield is essentially so that he can block the attacks, but it's not going to be as good. Like, essentially what it is you have the person with the good weapon, but you have the person with the good body, and you're going to see them fight.
But wait, so, okay, maybe I don't understand something about the shield then. So, like, the shield's not really all that amazing then? It's just the person wielding it that makes it so great?
The shield itself is vibranium. It's the same thing that's Black Panther's suit. It can absorb and immediately release the energy. That's why it bounces off walls like it's made out of nothing. Black Panther's is a special variant of it that can hold it for longer. So Captain America taking the shield up, that's why when he loses it, it's not that big of a deal. Because at the end of the day, it's a metal frisbee. It's Steve Rogers was able to bounce it off walls because he's incredibly smart, he's incredibly strong. That's why he could do so much with it. But that's why when Falco's picking it up, he's almost killing himself because he can't control that shit. But Walker was able to because he trained with it and he has a super soldier serum. Him making his own shield is like if the Captain America shield's a 10, he made a 3.
Yeah, and like Planet Wade has a question too, and I'm sorry I can't answer these as well, so you guys had to really trust Alan's opinion on this, which he knows the shit when it comes to comic books. But like, yeah. So how does someone wield vibranium then? Like that's another thing too. Like, so anyone can.
Weld vibranium. I remember. Oh yeah, I remember looking this up because I was like, vibranium is a metal. How the hell do you make like anything that's not like a fucking Iron Man suit out of it? As much as vibranium when they get it from its source, they can melt it down. When it solidifies, that's when it gets its strength. So it's like in its raw form, it could be melted down. That's what they did with it's similar to adamantium. Adamantium and vibranium are very similar. Adamantium is just not as strong. But basically, they can melt it down, and once it solidifies, it gains indestructibility. So you basically get kind of one shot at it. That's why in the first Avenger, they had a kind of a bunch of variants to be like, hey, what kind of shield do you want? Because we can only do this once.
Yeah. I'm just shocked. I mean, because like for me, it just when I saw that ending, because they waited till after the credits too, so this is supposed to be a big moment, and I'm like, oh my god, the big moment is kind of like, I mean, and I was talking to Allie in the '90s and everybody recently about this too, about like the Last Jedi, and how like as much as I didn't like that movie, the thing that really solidifies it as being a piece of shit is that after they kind of like play everything out, like, oh, the movie's over now we're officially ending it right at this second, and then someone just grabs the fucking Jedi thing. I'm like, wow, you just shit on everything that there's not only this movie belt but this franchise belt. And I'm like, that shield's important, and being able to wield it is amazing. If we start finding out that pretty much anybody can use it, I know that guy still has superhero syndrome, whatever the fuck it's called, but it's like still, it's like if he can create one though, if he can create that thing, then what's the use of like the agents of Shield or like whoever actually makes these fucking things for these heroes? If anyone can make it, dude. I mean, the world's in trouble. Like, there should be something way bigger than the Flash Baners, or whatever the fuck they're called, Flag Smashers. There should be a lot more bad guys going around with, like, superhero shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there are a lot of superheroes in the Marvel universe. As far as making the Shield, it's always been more of a symbol than it was an actual like thing. It's not like Thor's hammer. Thor's hammer is you need like space alien gods to make that shit. Like in Infinity War, he had to go to like the only people in all the entire galaxy that can make that shit. Steve Rogers' shield can be made like it's not necessarily easy to make, but it's also not the source of Steve's power. It never was. It was always the serum and also him being a good person that gave him the ability. It's kind of like an issue. It's like, well, can you wear the Iron Man suit and make it work? Maybe, but you'll fuck up. Can you just get Captain America's shield and be good? No, we saw the dude training. Like, the Falcon has probably spent more time with Steve Rogers than anybody, and he took him weeks to fucking learn how to use that thing.
yeah, so, I don't know. For me, though, moving on from this, just to kind of wrap it all up, I know we didn't talk about too much spoilers. I mean, I guess those things are spoilery, but I think it's all shit that you guys saw in the trailer. But yeah, for me, this was one of the better episodes, but it doesn't make me enjoy it any more than any of the other episodes because of the fact that, like, it has meandered, it has gone way too boring, and even if this is a good episode, it's just because we're finally getting too close, to turn it off finally. 2.5 out of 5 for me, very, very average. I think that, this is on the level of watching any of those Marvel movies where it's like, okay, we get like, a little bit of character building in certain areas, but we know that, there's going to be something else afterwards. I liked what they did, but like, I know that all this is kind of unimportant until next week's episode. And keep in mind, next week's episode is not even that important either because you got to deal with the finale way later on. This is just a mid-season finale that's coming out soon.
How many episodes? I thought there was only 6. How many episodes of this fucking season are there?
I believe it's going to be 12.
Really?
I think, because if it's mid-season finale now, then like what? So next week is episode 6, right?
I must have misheard. I thought there was only 6 episodes to this.
People in the chat are saying 6, so maybe this is not the mid-season finale. This is just straight up the finale next week.
That the whole trailer thing threw me off. Why is it called the mid-season finale? Are they trying to basically show it's like do they mean the penultimate? Like, are they penultimate mean next to last?
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, because I don't blame Nick for thinking 12. It says mid because mid means middle.
Yeah. So it doesn't make sense that like, oh yeah, it's mid, but it's like you guys don't know what mid means. Like what the fuck? Because I
think they mean penultimate season, like penultimate trailer, because it's like next to last. Next week's the last episode. This one would be the next to last. But I figured penultimate would be too many words for the fucking YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is too. But yeah, like I mean, chat heard the same thing we heard. But like, it's just fucking hilarious. Like, wow, like, why make this shit that confusing? Like, people want to watch this every week. Don't confuse people, because that happened with Wakanda, or not Wakanda. God, man, remember I keep calling it that
Wakanda Vision.
Jesus Christ, I hate it. But WandaVision, remember like episode 5, they started saying, hey, it's gonna be an hour long episode. And
I don't know if how many of those were confirmed. I think people heard like rumors and shit, or they're like the runtime was supposed to be like 6 hours or something because somebody said it once in an interview, and they're trying to break down the math and stuff. I think Kevin Feige come out and say that wasn't the case or whatever.
I don't even fucking know, dude. But I was really confused, like because it's just it's silly. And by the way, I'm looking over here, so people, you might want to hit up Chris. I'll probably try to call him right now too, but I think he thinks he's streaming and he's not because there's a poll that just came up.
Lord help that boy.
Yeah, guys, I might have to go for a second and give him a call because
this is what we call Toasties helping Toasties. We got this shit, Diaz.
Yeah, guys, actually, I'll be right back.
Okay, well, in that meantime, I'm going to actually do my review of it, or at least my rating.
Drop it down on me, Birdman.
At the end of the day, to me, it's like the reason I like this episode more than episode 1 is indicative of the entire series. Is that I feel like it's focusing more on just like, oh, hey, bad guys exist. We need to punch bad guys and stuff. Versus focusing on the characters, which is why I like WandaVision a lot. And yeah, I remember, again, I hated those first 2 episodes. First 2 episodes were, oh my fucking god. But then once it started actually focusing and started going on to what was really happening, I started to really enjoy it because it focused on the characters. It gave me a lot more about Wanda. It gave me a lot about Vision. It gave me a lot about this world. It showed one of the best pre-snap, like when the post-snap and everyone's coming back, how crazy that must have been. It was fantastic. But with this, it's like, hey, bad guys are over there. Let's go punch the bad guys. I'm like, traditional superhero stuff isn't necessarily bad. I like traditional superhero stuff, but with these characters, I still don't really know that much about Sam or Bucky. I feel like I don't really know that much. I know a little bit more, but I feel like I know more about other characters in this show more than I know about the two titular characters, and that really kind of bothers me. But this episode to me, it's like you broke down, but you focused on other characters other than the first two. So I'd give this definitely a 3.5 because I'm like I enjoyed every second of it. I even went back to rewatch certain scenes because of how good they were. So this is definitely one of the better episodes, but I really hope that the last episode just kind of like solidifies it as something interesting. And I hope Loki has something to offer.
Yeah, no, me too. And yeah, I just messaged Chris. He said that he's going to be starting right now, so it wasn't some kind of confusing thing. It was just he wanted to test out the polls. But with that said, though, guys, really, really quickly, let me see. I'm just going to make sure everything's cool on my end. I'm going to bring up just one season, not necessarily season 4 of Infinity Train, because I think we're going to fully review that possibly tomorrow. But
Yeah.
I don't even know, because like if Chris is going to start right now, I don't want to keep going. So let me refresh this really quick, guys. So sorry about the confusion here. Let's see. I'm refreshing. It still hasn't started, but I think
I don't mind waiting on Infinity Train. It'll give me some time to get my thoughts together.
Yeah, and I got to finish the last 2 episodes, so especially if I get a chance to finish because I'm literally like watching it right now. Like I'm enjoying it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, me too. I'm enjoying it too. One thing I will talk about really quick though, guys. So I did get my eyes on that wonderful Mortal fucking Kombat. We did do that.
It flew all the way to China to watch it first.
By the way, I just want to say, Ganja, you didn't even do the Mortal Kombat song. What the fuck was that shit?
I tried my best.
No, okay, no, but you're
He almost got it. He got like 2 beats of it.
Yeah,
he
like-
fucked it up at the middle and then gave up.
That's him playing it on a Boo-Boo-Zilla.
He's playing it on his
I don't
stomach.
know what that is, but I feel like the minute you show me, like, aw.
No, because the way he's doing it is, it's like that one song, like, you know what song?
I also can't.
Is it the
Yeah,
Six
yeah.
Flags theme?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't wait for Six Flag Combat either. That's gonna be great.
Wow, I cannot believe you've seen the same ones. Like, because I thought they wouldn't show that when they're in Canada.
No, they didn't. I just saw all the jokes and all the fucking Robot Chicken. That Robot Chicken sketch is hilarious.
But yeah, no, but I did watch the movie with Jet over here. Now, Jet, look, let's just be honest. We didn't see this in the most best quality ever. Okay, so we can't really review
That's
this.
because while I was really tired, you were just like, oh my god, we gotta watch this right now. Oh, my pants are tight. It hurts because I'm sitting down. Oh my god, like what we gonna do? I'm touching myself right now. We gotta go watch it.
Yeah, pretty much. I had a fucking nerd boner, and it hurts when I have boners when I'm sitting down, guys. It really does. But the thing is, though, they should make pants for that, by the way. Like, just like, why does it always have to hurt when you get a boner while you're just fucking chilling?
Oh my god.
What, you don't deal with that? Like, come on.
No, this is how we're starting this fucking review.
Well, it's not even. Oh,
My
that's the idea of
dick
Planet
hurts.
Wave.
Okay, Mortal Kombat.
And Planet Wave, dude. I might do that and just let my dick just get some air out. You know what I mean? Just like, but anyways, either way, I was hyped as fuck to see this. I will say, if you guys end up watching this, the only review I can really give this, because I don't want to say too much, but just wait. Jet was trying to make me wait. I didn't. I was very, very hyped. And I'm sorry, Jet, that I put you through watching, yet again, another bad version of something. I did that with Monster Hunter. I did that with this. But you can admit...
Well,
You know what you should do? You should rewatch Monster Hunter now that it's like in better quality.
Ooh, Jet, you want to?
Well, why don't you watch Monster Hunter? Why are you trying to make me watch it again, sir?
You talking to me or are you talking to Nick?
I think you should talk
You,
about you.
Alan.
You know what? I'll watch it with you.
Yeah, I'll be down for that. We
Okay.
should watch that this week. Yeah,
Wait,
Monster Hunter.
seriously? That's all it took?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to watch The Amazing Bulk.
No, fuck
No,
you.
I
Go
know
fuck
we gotta watch
yourself.
that fucking
That's
piece of
never
shit
gonna
movie.
happen.
The movie's terrible. I hate it. I hate it. But the thing
I
is, though,
refuse to watch that movie.
but yeah, guys, don't do what I did. Look, it's worth fucking waiting for. Last night we were in the after hours, and you know, one of the guys in the chat was just like, "Come on, let's watch right now." Mauricio's like, "Please do not bring this shit up because they're gonna want to watch this in bad quality, and I want to wait." And the thing is, like, this movie, the one thing I can say about it is that it's so worth waiting. Because whether or not you like this movie, whether or not the storylines make sense, and whether or not, you know, there's certain points that are kind of boring or whatever, the action stuff needs to be respected with a good lighting, you know, and a good copy of a film. And it's like, to be honest, there's a part of me that wants to see this in a movie theater. Like, that's how much I enjoyed the fighting stuff in here. And you can kind of see that.
I'm glad you said that, because that's the number one thing where it's like, look, it's Mortal Kombat, man. Like, everyone says that, oh, it's stupid. It's really not as stupid as you think it is. It just has a lot of dumb stuff within it. But at the end of the day, it's simple. It's, hey, there's a Mortal Kombat tournament. There's a bunch of these colorful, interesting characters that all have their various, griefs and beefs and all that jazz. So it's like, go watch them fight, and you need to get the fighting down because guess what? It's Mortal fucking Kombat. It's a fighting game like universe. You need to make sure that the actual choreography is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't be like us and watch this with the bootleg that's out. Because the thing is,
There's someone's ticket in a pinhole.
It might as well have been, but I will say this: there's a lot of fight scenes that are in the dark, and with bootlegs, that's the absolute fucking worst. So the thing is, you just have me the whole time just mad as fuck, just going like, man, this is probably cool, but I can't fucking see. I cannot see.
So you're watching the Night King fight in Game of Thrones.
Oh fuck!
I just fucking
well, that wasn't even bootlegged.
I'm over here like complaining, but the thing is, it's a bootleg, so basically, I have no right to fucking complain. It's just a lot of these scenes, a lot of these fighting scenes. If you are watching it for the fight scenes, you will not be able to see it because half of them take place at nighttime.
Yeah, so there's certain things like I don't want people to watch this and not give it the respect it deserves for at least trying, because it is different, and there's going to be things that you probably expected that don't happen, things that you didn't expect that do happen. So
look,
and
honestly, I think most people are probably there are going to be people that have to watch it, but for me, like straight up, like no, I'm going to watch this in whatever quality I can. At the end of the day, I'm going to try my best to support it if I can fucking watch it in Canada. Because I want them to make a sequel to this. Because like the first movie, it's like, yeah, you got to do all the fan favorites and all that stuff. But once you make the money and you can do a sequel, then you can get a little weirder, do stuff like, hey, so a lot of the Mortal Kombat games are fucking terrible. Let's take a couple of those stories and actually make them good.
Yeah, pretty much, man. So for me, my early rating for it, I mean, it's not really a review, and I don't even know if Jen wants to give her number out. But I think I'm somewhere between 3.5 out of 4.5, like or out of 5, like in between 3.5 to 4.5. It's like in points, it's like the perfect movie for me, just for me. But man, like I hate when this happens. But there's movies where you watch it and you want to defend it, but I can imagine like honestly, Alan, I'm thinking about when you watch this. There's gonna be things you're probably gonna want to tell me about this that's bad. I have no idea how I'm gonna argue it. Like I'm
curious about that because me and you both like the first Mortal Kombat movie. I think that's a genuinely good movie. You're the only person on Earth that likes the second one, but we both like the web series. We both like enough of the games. Like we're pretty much on the same page when it comes to Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but yeah, even like with the same games too. Yeah, like everything except for you not liking MK versus DC, which is fucking beyond me. But you know,
nobody does.
No, everyone does. Everyone's just trying to be cool.
Really? Everyone liked it? That's why the franchise basically died for like a decade before they made 9?
Motherfucker, no. MK vs. DC was a year before 9 came out. What are you talking about?
Really? I thought it was a long time. Well, they had to reboot the whole franchise because they fucked it up.
The same year almost.
Oh no, it wasn't. MK vs. DC. Let me look that shit up.
MK vs. DC came out in 2008, and then they started making the other one in 2009, and it came out in 2011.
Well, Armageddon sucks.
You motherfucker!
I legitimately don't, because I remember that would be the last game I played.
Yeah, Kirk.
Was MK vs. DC, and I just ignored. Like I just not think anything of it until the reboot came out.
MK4 almost killed it. Yeah, Kirk, you're right on that one. That's something.
Was that when they first went to 3D, or was that MK3?
Yeah. It was when they first went to 3D. Well, MK3 wasn't great either. That's when he made the Ultimate MK3, and then he made Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which is basically Ultimate MK3. But when MK4 came out, it was like, okay, what the fuck is this? Like, it was expensive to have inside arcades. Plus, arcades were dying.
Arcades were dying at that point, yeah.
And then it's like when it went on PS1, it didn't look as good as the arcade. Plus, it wasn't a whole lot to do there.
Well, it's a different system. Arcades were more advanced than most consoles. The benefits of the consoles at the time was you didn't have to pay quarters to fucking play individual rounds. You could play as much as you want.
Yeah, and then I don't think it was until Deception where it started getting really good again. Because Deadly Alliance came out, and the fans were happy, but like people who weren't used to Mortal Kombat playing Deadly Alliance were like, "What the fuck? They got a story mode."
No, Mortal Kombat, the Deadly Alliance, and fucking Deception. That was when fighting games died. Because in general, the industry, almost fighting games just fell flat. Because that's when they're like, hey, every fighting is going to have a 15 to 17 hit combo. X, Y, left, right, down, up, and down, switch to weapons. Oh my. Yeah. Literally, I remember there being this point in Deception where you were at a tutorial to play as another character, and it was 3 lines of fucking inputs to get the combo. We spent 4 hours. I don't know. We spent 4 hours to get every single person in my family to fucking try it. Eventually, my older brother was able to pull it off. That's the only way we could beat that game.
And you know what happens? You do it, and then another fucking thing comes up, and it's the same shit, and it's like way harder. It's like, oh, come on. Come on.
And people that play fighting games now, they're like, oh, it's not so bad. It's like you dash forward, press X and Y, it's a combo, right? I wish you could find a screenshot of this shit because this shit was stupid. You might as well
I'll do it
encode
really quick, actually, because that's worth bringing up. I'm telling you guys. Daily Alliance combos.
Trying to help you out.
Yeah, because this shit. I wish, because I want to see it in Conquest mode. That was the thing it was called. It's called Conquest
Yeah,
mode.
it was in Conquest mode. This was like 3 or 4 lines, and it was the worst fucking thing in there.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, you can help me out too on your end, but like,
Yeah.
maybe I can find this fucking thing. And people I know that's like not good, podcast shit. But you guys have to see. So I'm gonna have you guys do your imagination essentially. But see on the left, actually I'm gonna do it in full browser mode. On the right side, you see triangle, triangle. See, and it's like triangle, triangle, forward triangle, blah, 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 that stuff. Imagine if like almost the whole fucking square, the whole screen turns into that. Like it gets ridiculous, dude. Let me see. This is another bit here. See, these are simple. This guy's playing at the very beginning of the game. But I remember when I played this on our show, people were asking like, "Hey, you gonna do Conquest mode?" I'm like, "Fuck no! I'm not gonna sit here and you watch me hit this guy 1,000 times with nothing happening. Are you fucking kidding me?" So yeah, very, very.
Yeah, they're mandatory tutorials. Yeah, I wish I remember who the character was because if I could get the character, I could figure it out. But it's hard to kind of figure out exactly where. But one of these days, because we talk about that game a lot, we'll bring it up. We'll figure it out one day. But yeah, it was mandatory. You couldn't progress through the story mode unless you mastered this combo. And then it's like that at that point because it was around the GameCube time, where fighting games in general almost just started dying because like the average person just didn't want to deal with that shit anymore. Because fighting games are hard to get into. So Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, all those fighting games became very niche. Like they were still releasing games, but they were under the radar. While death matches and first-person shooters really took the limelight. And it wasn't until near the end of the 360 that basically fighting games came back. And I want to say it was thanks to Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat kind of brought everything back.
They really did. They saved the fucking the fighting game universe, and that's something my franchise did, and your franchises don't do. Because I'm the shit. You know what I mean? And I have great taste. So, anyways, moving on from that, because I'm.
And
so
then
much
you realize, then you play Mortal Kombat Special Forces and realize Nick's full of shit.
Okay, so that's not even canon. But
It doesn't matter. It exists.
God damn you, son of a bitch. But people, we're gonna get out here now, though. You guys can go over there and enjoy your double toe shit and all that stuff. Hopefully the stream's actually going good. But before you do so, though, Alan's gonna tell you where to find him if you guys want some more varied topics and things that we don't really touch on this show too much.
Alrighty, then. So the Moobot's about to just do a bunch of stuff where it's going to put all my information out there. So follow me on Facebook. Drop a like at the Metropolis. We just did an episode of Illuminati that should be up either in the next few days. So be sure to check that out. We talk about all sorts of crazy shit that's going on, including the ever-changing story that is Dogecoin, whatever the fuck it's called. So drop a like there. Nunez did their episode today. So huge 2-hour episode, a lot of K-pop shit. Cedric's going to have his episodes up when he sends me that stuff. So be sure to check that out. There's a lot of content on the Metropolis.
Oh, with that said, guys, we're getting the fuck out of here. So with that said, thank you for chilling with us for so long. I appreciate it. But we're going to go out of here. And tomorrow, many reviews. We're doing that fucking anime. Please don't fucking beat the shit out of me or my dick anymore, senpai lady.
You actually got him to watch more episodes?
No, he hasn't, but we're going to tomorrow. And
I didn't say anything about that. I was gonna hold off until the 3rd episode.
Oh, really?
Have me watch it.
Okay, people are not gonna be doing that. That's great. That's news to me. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
we
but
also
then you got
talking
2 in a row.
tomorrow also Invincible, possibly Superman and Lois, not Batman and Lois. They broke up. Lots of other things too, guys. It's gonna be fun.
I like them flipping it up the whole time.
Yeah, that's so stupid. But anyways, guys, we'll see you again tomorrow. It'll be fun stuff. Bye.